I know for me personally, there has been times in our life, even in our marriage, where we made some changes that I wasn't ready to make. And I was scared, I was in fear, and I'm just so glad that, God has given me grace and mercy and a good partner to help, me through the process, because I was transitioning and I had to start over from scratch, which it was the best move of my life. Leaving the place that I lived at all my life was the best move of my life. I was able to make, great relationships. I started travel nursing. My income went up 3 times, and now we are successful business owners, and we have been able to enhance our life and give more of ourselves to the world, which we never thought we would do publicly. And we've met really good people. So trusting in the process has truly shaped our lives today. And it's changed who we are as people. It's expanded who we are as people. It's expanded our whole livelihood, even giving us the opportunity to earn multiple streams. All right, go ahead, baby. You feel what?
I feel that in moving away, it allowed us to focus inward on our own individual healing and our bond and working together. We were always a team, and we always were like-minded. Like Mel and Mo said, we're an 80-20 relationship as well. But focusing on everybody else's, whatever else they had going on, because we both were the go-to people in our families, just that distance and being able to, again, put us first, allowed us to heal and grow. And then all the things that continue to happen to us, I'm just so glad that we were stronger and more focused, on ourselves.
And I'm the type of person that, as I'm working towards things, I want more of myself. I want to do everything at once, and it's not possible. You spread yourself too thin, you're not going to accomplish anything.
Well, you crash and you burn.
Yes.
And honestly, with you and having lupus, because to me or to everyone, it's a stress-driven disorder. I'm always concerned about the level of stress on you, right? And so when you're depleted or healing or broken, I'm the only one who really witnesses that part, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so in the beginning of our marriage, you would crash and burn, and I would just be there for the replenishing, rebuilding part.
Mm-hmm.
But now I love the way that you fill your cup and give from the overflow, and you're self-monitoring so that you don't crash and burn. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But if we hadn't did the work and the healing, we might not have realized that we were basically doing to the point we were, putting ourselves in harm's way, kind of,
Mm-hmm. And just, in the beginning, sometimes when we make changes or when things happen in our life, we can't see why it's happening. And we want everything to happen for us right then and there. We want that manifestation to happen sooner than later.
Instantaneous.
But as we talked about earlier today, in the process of becoming who we are today, we were able to expand our mindset little by little. And then we started to be in the circles with people who also think the same way or even bigger than we have.
Yeah.
And giving us the opportunity to be around those people has caused us to grow even more. So going through those process, having some hiccups, making some mistakes, failing forward has really changed our lives.
Learning that we have resilience, that things can happen and can hurt us, but that we're not so depleted or hindered or broken that we don't get back up, you know? And it's not just the physical change of location, it's our mindset changed as well, you know, because sometimes when you're around the same people, talking the same way, thinking the same way, you can be stuck as well. And so I feel like when we moved and we started navigating different spaces, even in travel nursing, going to Florida and California and all these different things, even getting to see how different people live and experience life in different ways, it made us figure out and find our way, you know, and take the good from different examples and emulate some things, you know? It was just life-changing, really.
So don't get discouraged when things aren't happening fast enough to you or for you. Just truly, you know, take it day by day and be thankful. See, a lot of us, you know, whatever our goals are, whether it's that relationship, whether it's the health, whether it's a material object, which we have come to learn that material things don't equal happiness, because a lot of times you end up working for those material things and you
can be enslaved to it, you can be indebted to it, you can be upside down to it. It can stress you out. And it's not to say that it's not okay to have nice things, but
sure,
when you overextend yourself for those things. And so we want our inside to look or be even better than our outside.
That's right. That's right. So it's when you're going through those things, don't discount what you have in the moment. You know, don't discount whatever house you're living in or apartment you're living in or space you're living in. Don't discount that roof over your head, because so many people may be struggling to have a roof over their head. Don't discount the food that you have on the table. Don't discount the measure of health you have, because it can be taken away from you.
And being grateful in the now and living in the now, we're learning that that's what brings the manifestation, the next level, that the great gets greater. But if you're in a situation where what you've asked for, and you say ask and it's given, and you honestly believe that it will be given, it's just a matter of when and what time, I think we get impatient and we start implementing things and forcing things, and you end up in situations
like you shouldn't be in.
Like you want a relationship so bad that you're going to get in a bad one just to have one, instead of waiting for what's truly in store for you, or instead of using that time to heal yourself, right? And so a lot of times we get involved in things and we end up somewhere.
Sometimes we rush to get a house, and then we end up in the neighborhood with a irritating neighbor or something. It just anything could happen. Seriously, you know, we just can't rush the process. We got to trust the process, be patient, and let go and let God. And then in the moments that whatever we're striving for, we have to be grateful for the measure of the health, the wealth, you know, our life. Just, we have to be grateful and find things to be grateful for in that moment. And when you are truly grateful for the now, it's amazing how you will be rewarded.
I mean, it multiplies. I've never been patient my entire life. I've always hated the baby steps and how you got to get through your 20s and 30s and 40s just in order for certain things to start to align up, and then something crazy happens and you got to start all over. It's always been my major contention was with patience. But when I tell you some things happen that forced me to either learn patience or die, I chose to be patient. So,
and the reward is greater. For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So yes, we just want to make sure we take time to trust the process, and just believe. Don't lose hope. Surround yourself with people that are going to say, you know, more of encouraging things
The personal people in your life, when you turn on the TV, it should be feeding you something positive. When you listen to music, it should be something positive. When you're reading, it should be something positive. Because I'm telling you, what is it, babe? 16 seconds of having a thought, whether it's positive or negative. Mm-hmm. And then once you get to the 17-second marker, your mind goes to the next thing and you start to build and add to that. And our mind is powerful. You can literally bring yourself down and make your physical body sick, being submerged in so much negativity.
Mm-hmm. You know. So thank you guys for joining us. We thank you. And does anybody have anything to add? Vanessa said, trust the process. Yes. And Martina said, patience is a virtue.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and haste makes waste. All those sayings are true for a reason, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Vanessa said, amen, positive, wild mindset. Eileen said, thank you, ladies. I really needed this. I'm glad we could be here to give you some wonderful words of encouragement. Hello, Tonda. Real Life said, that's why I follow you guys, because you are intelligent. And I missed the rest because and positive. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, I think, Francis, for those 20 stars. You'll be in the giveaway drawing. Gwendolyn said, thank you so much, guys. It's really helped me today. I'm glad. Jackie Mixon, thank you for being a Nurse Chris supporter. Priscilla said, thank you for the encouragement. Hey, Francis. So if you guys are going through something, which most of us are, I just want you to focus on what you have and who you are instead of not what you're missing.
You have to talk to yourself positively as well, not just what you hear on the radio and the TV and from others. What are you saying to yourself? Mm-hmm. Are you in shoulda, coulda, woulda mode? Are you in, hindsight, now that you have more insight? Again, the beating up of oneself for past transgressions and mistakes. How is that serving you today? And how is that going to benefit you in your future? Other than learn from it and don't repeat the same mistake, but to stay stuck on it is not helping you to progress to the next thing.
A matter of fact, doing so causes you draw in things to happen. Have you ever woke up in the morning on a bad note and you start off
and the rest of the day is horrible,
and you get out of bed and you trip, then you spill your coffee, then something else crazy happens, you drop your phone. It's like a chain reaction. That's because you're stuck on the wrong vibration. It's happened to me before.
I'd also like to let you guys know, my aunt, who was struggling and just not taking care of herself, she literally has been taking her own meds first
now
for the last couple of days since we left or whatever, because she was like, I heard a lot of what y'all said and I'm going to do better. So in just taking her meds and getting up and doing some stuff for herself first, she said the last couple of days have been wonderful. And it's so happy to know that.
Because the environment will change around you when you change your thoughts.
She said, even Granny said, you can just make me cereal this morning so that you don't have to make a breakfast. My granny don't never just want cereal. But her sacrificing a hot meal one morning, allowing my aunt to replenish all from my aunt speaking nicer, being happier, changing her own mindset to the circumstances. Now the household is vibrating higher.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Your whole environment.
And she's taking the mushroom complex, and she said that's helping her to stay level.
Yes. There's a supplement that we have and we take to help. It helps with balance. It also has some immunity benefits. The mushroom complex pills. Matter of fact, if you come in and go out, or you go out and come in, you'll see the pop up for the mental health supplements and immunity supplements.
And we sent it to her some couple of months ago. She was leery of it because in her mind,
it's not psychedelic.
She thought mushrooms meant psychedelic.
Yeah.
So literally, she was so bad off. She said, well, at this point, what could it hurt? And she tried them, and already.
Yeah, I was surprised that it affected her the first
so
day.
fast. We thought it was going to have to be weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
But the point is, she's tending to her She's feeling better. And we so happy for her because I was nervous. I was like, my auntie gonna end up stroking out. You know, she wasn't taking care of herself. And so it's great to be helping people we've never met. But it's really wonderful to
when
see
your family,
when your family,
because sometimes the family members can be harder to
because I think you're so close.
Yeah. They don't see you as the growth. They don't see the growth. They don't see you in the growth.
Or you the
niece,
you the
younger.
You the baby niece. How you gonna tell me what to do?
Different things. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Sharon Ben said I'm on a routine schedule, taking meds daily works. Yeah, because sometimes we take care of our other people. We take care of whoever we're taking care of instead of taking care of ourselves.
And you guys, especially the blood pressure meds, you ran around with a headache for 8 days, 2 weeks, 2 months.
But again, trust in the process, and also if you are struggling with something, if you know someone that is positive, that is really caring for you, that has your best interests at heart, it's nothing wrong with talking to each other and being each other accountability partners. Sometimes it helps, somebody that'll call you, check up on you. Are you doing all right today? Did you take your meds today? Those different things.
And if you don't have a personal person, do not be scared of therapy. It is not taboo, especially if you get the right therapist,
That's right. Edwina said, thank you both, needed this so much today. Well, I'm glad we could be here.
Shout out to Dr. V.
Yes.
A lot of what y'all get
is because my wife took the time to enhance herself through therapy. Absolutely.
For sure.
And I've seen her too.
The only difference is in therapy, a lot of times you're talking and they don't tell you what to do. You got to figure it out for yourself.
Yes. I'm glad you love your sea moss, Miss Brenda, which reminds me, let me put that link at the top just in case anybody wants some of the best sea moss products in the world. And love you too, Ametria.
Did anybody have any questions? They're just talking.
I'm saying your name wrong. Ametria. Come on, Miss Ash. Forgive me. Let me pin that comment. Hey, Lavinia. Love you too. Gwendolyn House says such a positive page. Love watching you guys. Keep it coming. Thank you. And if you're not following, follow. We focus on health for the mind, body, and soul for the young and the young at heart. And looking forward to seeing you soon. Give you some other good information later on this week. But just take care of yourself. Trust the process. Write down tonight one thing that can help you.
What you mean? That you're grateful for?
That one thing that you're grateful for. It will help you out. Just one thing today and maybe one thing tomorrow. And then by the end of the week, read those things.
And you can write the same thing over and over until you think of something else.
And you can also write that you're grateful for something that hasn't happened yet. And that will help manifest that into your life. We've done it several times.
There's so many times in our life that we go, this feels surreal. And then we say, wow, how many times have we been able to say that?
Sharon Ben said, I help other patients at dialysis and they say I help them more than the staff. Well, we thank you for sharing your love with those people because I know you can definitely give them some good advice. You really take care of yourself, and I'm so happy that you have the measure of health that you have. Deborah Sneed, prayers for you and your family. She said her mother just passed on Thursday.
Sorry for your loss.
Yes, sorry for your loss. Our condolences to you. Take care of yourself during this time. I know it can be hard to eat, maybe hard to sleep, but please at least, get a granola bar or something in the morning. Just your mom would want you to take care of yourself, Deborah. So our prayers are with you, okay? Yes. Jackie Mixon wanted to know what your aunt was taking. So if you go out and come back in, the mushroom complex pills, you can get a 20% off discount using my link. So if you click go out, come back in, you will see the link for the mushroom complex. It says mental health and immunity supplements. click on Mushroom Complex, or once you go in, find Mushroom Complex pills. Get the pills, not the powder. You're not going to really want to take the powder.
And one more thing about Auntie. She's a God-fearing woman. She was going to church, but COVID and being a primary caregiver, now she has to listen to it on TV. But literally years and years of being a caregiver of multiple adults and her physical health failing, she had just kind of lost her way. And so literally for that to give her the boost, and on top of taking it, for her to alter her mindset and just make small changes, I'm so excited to see what the future holds for her, you know?
Mm-hmm. Deborah Sneed, if I don't have your number, can you text me your phone number? I want to send you, or I can send you through Messenger, either way. I want to send you something to help you rest your mind tonight. She said she hasn't slept or ate for 3 days. I need you to get some soup in your body. Don't make me come over there. Don't make me come over there, take my belt off, and force feed you.
Can we have some food delivered to her?
I mean, I'm sure we can, but she got to eat it. I don't know what she wants to eat. So, Deborah Sneed, make sure you put something in your stomach. Your mother would want you to eat something. Something. Please.
Deborah, when my mom passed, I really, I didn't feel like I could make it, you know? And all the little family junk that happens and all the funeral stuff, it wears you out, even if things are in order and documented, all that stuff. And I just literally asked God to give me a reprieve from anything else happening, because I just didn't think that I would make it. And it's just literally one day at a time, you know, until the days become weeks. And it takes a considerable amount of time. And then their birthday, every holiday, it's all these occurrences, you know. And I was 35 when she passed away. And back then, my mindset wasn't what it is now. So I was running around saying, I'm a motherless child at 35. And then lo and behold, my first god baby lost her mother when she was 35 days old. So I was like, how dare you? Because the woman that I am is directly related to the mother that I had. So although I feel like I lost her young because she was 55, she had a wonderful, beautiful life. I was telling Chris the other day, even me paying my own student loans back allowed my mother to live, right? And so I had to check myself and be careful what you ask for. I had said to God, after she told us she was surrendering to her terminal illness, that let his will be done. How many times have we said, let your will be done? But honestly, when I was saying, let your will be done, I was hoping that she would be saved. So then when she passed, I had to check myself. You did say, let his will be done. Well, maybe her job is done.
Yeah.
You know?
Deborah said her mom died on her right in front of the couch, but same with you, right?
Absolutely. I was literally sitting on a recliner and she was in her bed, and well, it had become a hospital bed at that point. And, you know, Felix, I was like, Dad, go downstairs and sleep, because he was so overwhelmed that he backed into my car. We had a 2-car accident in the driveway the week my mother died, right? Insurance guy gets there. He's like, it didn't make sense, but that's how messed up he was. So anyway, he was downstairs trying to sleep, and my mother was like gasping for air, right? And you don't know which breath is going to be the last breath. And she's in hospice, and they're having me medicate her every 2 hours. So my phone is going off every 2 hours to medicate her, right? And it got to a point where she was suffering and she couldn't even speak anymore. And so when it happens, the part of you that's not selfish, because you're about to miss them forever, having all those conversations, those last conversations, asking your person, what is it that they want you to do, the things that aren't documented, to take care of those things, right? It was just gut-wrenching. And that was in 2009. So just sharing this with y'all unexpectedly, look at what it's doing. But I'm not broken. I'm able to heal. I'm able to help others. So it's a part of life. My 95-year-old grandmother said, the day you were born, you already know it's a contract. You're going to die. So it's important to live in between. And so I was very happy that she was able to have a beautiful life, even though I felt that it was somewhat short. But again, the difference a day makes. And again, my god baby, my first one, London, her mother passed when she was 35 days old. She'll never know her, right? So sometimes you have to look outside of yourself. Even my grandmother, 95, what more could you ask for?
Mm-hmm. And that's why for all of us that, you know, have our loved ones, any of our loved ones, sometimes just take time. Give me a hand, baby, while you driving. Yeah, but sometimes you have to take time to love on those loved ones, and that's what counts.
And sometimes in spite of themselves,
when they pass away, knowing that you have given all that you can give.
Facts.
All the love that you can give.
So I had grief, but I did not have remorse. That part. Okay?
Yes. Yes. So just take comfort in that, and take comfort in having your mom for the time that you had her too.
Mm-hmm.
And she loved you.
And you'll get to a point that you start.
Okay. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah. The reminiscing is very, very helpful. And certain people have expressed that their person comes to them. It's kind of like sometimes you're literally asleep and you'll have a dream, and the dream will be so real. You feel like,
all right, you say you have a dream and you'll feel that you can touch them.
Yeah. Or sometimes you'll be maybe not all the way asleep, but awake. And she didn't come often, but in my greatest times of need, she did show up. So you can still have a connection that's not an earthly connection. So know that as well, you know.
But take care of yourself.
Physically not here anymore.
Please get you something, Deborah. You have to do it. You have to do it. You have to make yourself do it, because what good are you going to be for yourself or anyone if you go downhill because you're not eating and, you know, taking care of yourself? I'm not sure if you're on medication, but whatever the case is, you got to take care of yourself. Even if it's a yogurt drink, something. Okay, but we got to trust the process. You know, we can get through it. My wife, has, after losing her mom 15 years later, the things that she went through a lot of other stuff after that. A lot of other things. But the woman that she is now, it makes me proud. And she makes me stronger.